Hello everyone, Chris here, Thomann YouTube channel. We are at TGU19 and I have Rick here from Fender. Hey Rick.
Hey, how's it going?
Absolutely fantastic, especially because I see really interesting new amps here behind you.
Yeah, I've got fun new toys to talk about.
What's up about those?
Well, new for the NAMM time, we've got a couple of really fun amplifiers. Everything from great sounding amp with tons of sounds for players on a budget or beginning and want to start a band, all the way up to high-end amps that sound great, super light, very flexible, and sound awesome.
Okay. So the gigging musician, doesn't want to have an amp weighing a ton.
Yeah, absolutely.
And having many options in it.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
the thing is, yeah, as gigging musicians, generally, we have with us a Tonemaster Twin here. A Twin Reverb is a pretty substantial amp to take.
Yeah.
But there's some cool things about this that we'll talk about that is going to make it a lot easier for someone to take that to a gig and not break their back.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's work our way up.
Yes, absolutely.
That's a Chamion.
Yes, the new Chamion 100 XL.
XL. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just move out of the way. And the guys have a
let's
better
do that.
way.
Yeah, so the Champions in the line, they've done really well because they have this classic Fender thing. They do great Fender cleans, and then they have amp modeling.
Yeah.
But it's very easy. It's very intuitive. You can see the knobs on the front and stuff. But, even someone that's not comfortable with digital amps or anything, very easy to understand. Last year we put out something called the 50 XL, which was a take on the Champion 40. But we added extra effects, so it actually had the amp with and effects modeled into it.
Right.
We upgraded the speaker, so we went to a Celestion Midnight speaker, which was a really nice sound.
Oh, great. Yeah.
And then this sort of slick, blacked out look. So in some ways, I think it was maybe a different player that wanted something a little less traditional looking, wanted the speaker upgrade, wanted those effects.
Can you set up some sounds?
Yeah, absolutely. Why don't we start on the clean side here? I've got, generally what I do for Fender amps, I always set things at noon, or straight up, and then we tweak to taste.
Yeah.
So we'll start on the clean side. The nice thing about this is on the effects select, we have, all the fun stuff, the delays, the reverbs, chorus, and you've got a tap tempo. So I'm setting you up with pretty much a traditional sort of twin clean sound.
Okay, great.
With just a little bit of delay. So why don't you give that a shot, Stu? So cool, right? A lot of fun sounds on the clean side.
Yeah. Very nice.
So we'll switch over to this side. So this side has the amp modeling and the effects. So you have the ability to control both.
All right. Just for a second. So
yeah.
this side is analog, right? This is a straightforward clean sound?
Yeah, straightforward clean
and this
sound.
is the analytics
So you could do
side.
two cleans if you wanted to, but you have the ability, it goes all the way from clean to crunch to the high gain stuff.
Okay.
Just about any type of genre you play. So
Okay.
Well, what I'm going to do is I figured we'll try the new effects. So on the clean side of things, these are obviously Fender-centric amps that we put in here, but this one has a bit of compression on it. So it's almost like if you're playing country or you want those parts to pop out, you're going to feel a real springy sound to it.
Okay. Yeah, you can hear it.
There you go.
Squash-
With a telly, it's perfect, right? Yeah. Sounds really good.
Yeah.
We're going to move on to the crunch side. So with this one, there's one of the amps. It's more like a tweed style amp that has an overdrive put in the front of it. Yeah.
Oh,
So why don't you give that?
this
there you go.
gnarly,
Yeah, good
gnarly-
sort of raunchy rock
Yeah.
and roll tone. I'm gonna switch over. So now we're getting into more gain territory. These are the British amps. So
Okay.
some other flavors. This one's gonna have a distortion as well. So you're gonna get some really nice amount of gain here.
Okay. Ooh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's got a little bit more mid-range too.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Rock and
Okay,
roll, right?
surprising difference. Yeah,
Yeah. So that's a lot of fun. That now we're getting into metal. So you've got some great, really heavy duty tones. You can scoop the mids if you want to, if that's your thing. But the nice effect on this one is actually a bit of an octaver. So you got distortion and octave.
Okay.
So
I'm just let me
you're
grab.
thinking a little more.
Yeah, something with a humby.
Okay.
Humbuggy. Let's.
There you go. One humbucker, nothing else. Right.
No, look, it's straightforward. It tracks really fast.
tracks really
and
well.
really without glitching.
Yeah, so I'm going to go back to one of the other metals just so you can hear that too. You've got the guitar
Yeah, yeah.
now, so without the effect, why don't you try that one right here? There you go. So
Okay. Wow.
sometimes people don't realize, Fenders, we can do that stuff too.
Yeah. No,
So
absolutely.
there you go. So two Celestion midnight speakers in this, really flexible, 2-button foot switch. You can go between your clean and dirty, turn on and off the effect.
Yeah.
Tap tempo, so your delays can be in time. Just overall fun, auxiliary in, so if you want to play along with stuff, headphones.
Headphones out. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I realize people can't always play this at the volume that we want, so.
That's
that
a common
helps.
issue, have a great amp and at home
Yeah.
at midnight you're like, I wish I could use it now.
Exactly, don't want to
Yeah.
be evicted.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
Cool. All right. So
So yeah, that's the Champion 100 XL.
let's move
Tons of fun.
over to your left side, shall we?
All right, let's do it.
So, Deluxe Reverb behind you, but it's not a standard one, right?
No. So I have next to me what we're calling the Tonemaster amplifiers. I have a Tonemaster Deluxe and a Tonemaster Twin.
Okay. So what is Tonemaster?
Well, that is a really detailed question
Okay.
and a detailed answer. In essence, what we've done is we wanted to make sure that we could find something for the player to be versatile, to have the ultimate clean platform, even distorted if they want, but easy to use, easy to get around, sounds tonally great, but it's elevating what I would consider, an amplifier that is not tubed to the next level.
Okay. So there are no tubes in
There
those
are no
tubes.
tubes in these
Wow,
amplifiers.
that's new.
Yeah. So I'm sure people are like, "What? That's a twin and a
No,
deluxe,
don't
right?"
do it,
Yeah.
no.
So yeah, what a big part of this too is for our future going forward. Like we love tubes. Tubes aren't going
Yeah,
away.
yeah.
We have tons of amps, hand wired and otherwise. I'm a tube lover, but we want to make sure that if anything were to happen in the future where tubes become more scarce or whatever, we have to protect the legacy and
Yeah.
the tone that we know as Fender. I mean, Fender is one of those sounds that players love. So we set it about as an exercise is how close can we get an amplifier to sounding like a tube amplifier. So we took a ton of processing power, enough that would be in a lot of the other modelers that would do everything
Yeah.
just to do this
One
thing.
sound.
So
Okay.
the amount of time and effort it took for our R&D department to sit there and go through every detail of what the amp does at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 10.
Okay.
but to not have limitations on the processing power, as I said, meaning you have a lot more of the gray area where tubes play or where the sounds come from.
Yeah.
And so by doing that, we've been able to replicate even like the spring reverb, which you'll see, like even if you play
that's
surf or
really
something,
hard
it's really hard.
Yeah.
And it's convolution reverb, the tremolo. So by doing this, by securing the tonal sound, you don't have to worry about tubes if you're gigging. You can leave your tube amp at home, but you're also saving on weight. So the cabinets are solid pine. You saw that. You lifted up. You're probably like, what's going on, right?
I unplugged them and I was like, oh no, a twin.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I had to look up the pound versus kilogram, but just so you know, with the Deluxe, it's 10.5 kilos, so roughly about 25 pounds or less.
Yeah.
And then the twin, 15 kilos, so 35 or around 33 pounds.
I mean, that's like what some heads weigh.
Yeah. It's less than half what a twin weighs. So you're going to come into the gig with the amp and it's like, wow, this guy's been working out. He's really strong. Yeah. So that helps. So not having the tubes and the transformer lightens the amp. Solid pine cabinet, so it's going to be really resonant. We worked with Jensen to create these neodymium speakers that replicate the C12K that normally come in the amp, so you have this big full sound. And all that makes it lighter, it makes it sound really good. The other features that we have that I didn't tell you about was the fact that it has XLR out. So you can run it in, and we're going to play with the mics and direct so people can hear.
We're recording both,
Yeah, with impulse responses too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like proper impulse
Yeah. So you've got one that's flat, so if you're running this into something else and you don't want to color the sound, you can do that.
Yeah.
First one's a dynamic mic, so more like this sort of thing, and then the secondary one is like a ribbon mic, which captures a lot more low end.
Okay.
So, and they spend a lot of time on that too. So you have that, you have a line level out and a ground lift. So for playing live, if you need to run a quiet stage and just in-ears, it sounds really good. Wow. Recording at home silently, in headphones, you can do that. And then it has the ability, here's the cool part too, is now you have attenuation on these, because normally, to get the amp to distort, you turn it up, right?
Yeah.
With these, we have the ability to take it, scale it all the way down to, so with the twin, from 85 watts, it's got 6 different levels.
Okay.
All the way from 85 watts to halfway to 40, and 22, 12, 5, down to 1 watt.
Okay.
So 1 watt on a twin. So that means you can crank the amp up and it'll react just the way that it would if the amp was on full, down at that volume.
Great. Well, looking forward.
Yeah, and Deluxe, same thing too. So all the same things down to 0.2 watts.
So it starts with like a 22 watts.
Yeah, 22 watts all the way down, 6 different stages down to 0.2 watts.
Wow.
So, I mean, I'm talking a lot, and people want to hear the amps, I'm sure. So why don't you...
Let's go for it. How do you want to start?
Why don't you start with the Deluxe right now? I've got you on about 6, and what I've done is it's full output, so 22 watts right now. Your volume's at 6. Trebles at about 5, bass at 5. Like I said, I always trebles at noon. You'll play, and then what we'll do is we'll once you stop, I'm going to take the attenuator down, go halfway, and then turn the amp up to like 8 or 9.
It does sound really warm.
It goes all the way back.
Yeah,
I mean, if you set the reverb all the way, the tail goes on and on and on. So, all right, I'm gonna take you down. Let's bring you down just below all the way. And let's try that. Now you're up to 9. I'm gonna bring the bass down. So dig in and try that out. right, so why don't we?
That is
bring it
not
back
very
down a
loud
bit.
right now. Crazy.
Yeah,
It does have that.
the feel. That's the
Sponginess,
thing
yeah.
that sometimes with modelers is you hear the sound and it sounds very good, and then you play it and you dig in and it doesn't respond the same way. It's
Yeah,
not better or
yeah.
worse, it's just different.
It's a different
This
thing.
has more of that thing, so when you push into
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
you feel the give of that. So I'm
Wow.
gonna bring you back up to full. I'm gonna turn up the reverb.
Okay.
So you can really hear it. So maybe something a little surfy. Try that.
Well, I'm not very good at surfy playing. Do you
Well,
wanna
even
go for
just
it?
something atmospheric, or maybe. Put a little tremolo at the end there. So you can see,
It's a lot of fun.
yeah,
It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
and it takes pedals as good as a tube amp. It does everything a tube amp does. That's the thing, is that
Wow.
the amount of time that we've taken to get it, it has that. I don't like using terms emulation, anything like
Yeah,
that. This
yeah.
this is the amp without tubes. So
Crazy. You wanna show us the
yeah,
Twin,
absolutely.
which has the same things on board, just 85 watts instead of 22, and 2 speakers instead of 1.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
okay.
So.
It's incredible. The attack is like the old Twin.
Yeah,
It has
the
this
sensitivity, I guess.
incredible, like almost scary attack. If you dig in, it's
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
you felt it, you know.
It's the dynamic thing, and that's the thing that sometimes with modeling is that it kind of does almost compression to it. So this maintains the dynamic range. So yeah, when I hit those notes, it's gonna
Yeah,
jump,
hit you
and
in
then
the-
if I play lightly, it's gonna duck behind and do
Yeah.
everything that you want it to do. So I'm gonna do something that you may have never done. I know I didn't up to this point.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn a Twin up to 10 and bring down the
Never, ever.
attenuation.
Okay.
So someone can actually hear what it sounds like. Now, the only thing I would say about the attenuation is because speakers react differently, the sound is there. You don't get the push of the speakers, but the feel is there. So when you record or when you play, the sound stays the same.
Okay.
So let me bring down the attenuation down to 1 watt. Turn the amp up to 10. I can't believe I'm doing this. So you can imagine if you have humbuckers too. You know. Yeah, but you know, Twins don't have a ton of gain.
Yeah,
but they do
no,
have it.
no.
They
Yeah,
do
of course.
have it. So with like a humbuckers and stuff, you can go for that old sort of 60s blues sound. But yeah, like I said, like someone that's gigging, someone that wants to grab their pedals and go and not have to worry about something so heavy or dealing with that. This is going to be a real advantage, you know. But the thing is, after a while, you stop asking the question whether it has tubes or not. You just play it because it sounds good.
In the last couple of months, I guess, some things came on the market where, like these ones also, where I feel like we really have to rethink this whole, you know, pre-consumption, and like I only like tubes because there are sounds like these ones also, and has told a couple of products nowadays where you say like, it is really, really good, to the point I don't really care about how the brand achieved it.
Yeah.
It just gives me the feel what I need to get inspired, which is very nice. Good times to live in as a guitar player, I guess.
Absolutely.
So Rick, thank you very much.
Yeah.
This is so cool. I'm really looking forward to testing these babies, especially with a big pedal board, give it a go and let's see how that goes.
Awesome.
So you guys, take it easy. Thank you very much for watching. Comment down there if you have any questions. We'll come back to you. You know what to do. Subscribe, hit the bell to don't miss any episodes coming up in the future. Rick from Fender, Chris from Thomann. Cheers.